What is up? What is up,
Everybody.
Wisdom Well crowd? We are so glad that you are with us this evening. What is up?
Oh, there he is.
Oh. We are so glad you are with us this evening. We got the wonderful Miss Kisha Gaines here. So while we're waiting for some people to join us here, we got a few questions we're going to ask Kisha to see what she comes up with here. So, hey, first off, who do you think of us? We've been married here for a few years. Who do you think is more fun? Who do you think is more fun? I think it's me.
You're more fun.
Okay.
You're totally more fun.
All right. Who cooks better? Which one of us cooks better?
You're a better cook.
I see how?
You're a better cook. He's a messy cook, but he's a much better cook. He takes his time.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Who gives good advice?
That's me.
I give her that.
That's me. You're
Yep.
like, Alan Suits, go with it. It'll be fine. It'll
Yep.
be fine. Don't worry about it.
Who is the saver? Who's the saver? Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
That's all for real.
You're like, dun 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 dun. Charge it.
That's
Buy it.
Who is messier?
No way.
It's
Definitely you.
Who?
Except about your clothes. You're very, very particular about your clothes and your shoes.
Oh, hilarious.
That's true.
Who cleans up?
It's kind of equal.
No, I think you do it more.
I clean up like the little stuff all the time, but you get the big
Yeah, I
stuff.
think you do it
You do
more.
the big stuff.
Like it is not at all fun in any way. Who is a better dancer? No, absolutely not.
Totally.
Absolutely
I'm
not.
a better dancer. Come on, really?
Who's more detailed? Bing, for real.
Except with grooming and like your hair and your shoes. Like
That's
you're very
hilarious.
detailed.
Who is most likely to hurt themselves? Bing. That's her for real.
Every day.
And who gets ready quicker? When it's time to go out, which one of us do you think gets ready quicker? Drop that one in the chat. Because I think you're not going to believe this one. Kisha gets ready quicker.
I get ready
100%.
quicker. I get ready quicker.
100%. She sure does.
Yep. You take a while. I'm not usually because you're dancing.
Yeah. I'm
It's
having
usually
fun
because
with
you're
it.
dancing.
Listen,
Yep.
as Angie told us on her live a few weeks ago, if it ain't about the fun, I'm not doing it. So, hey, what's Kisha's favorite thing to do? Anybody got an idea out there? I thought that'd be a good question to ask. What's Kisha's favorite thing to do?
Currently or of all time?
Of all time.
Because I'm detailed. Of all time, I really like to travel.
Okay.
I really like to go to new places. So one of my favorite things is I used to travel a lot for work. So I just loved getting off the airplane in a new city and like breathing new air, seeing new sights, going to a restaurant that's local. I'd ask the people like, what's the restaurant I must go to in this city? I didn't care if I was by myself. I just love to see things in new cities. So I would say my favorite thing to do is travel.
Okay.
Yeah. And I actually don't mind actually traveling by myself. I like that too.
Mm-hmm. I know you did. You'd always tell us about like when you would come back home, wonderful things you did on the
Yeah,
trip.
I'd always take pictures with like statues and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and he'd look at it because we share an Apple ID. He'd see the picture before I told him about it. He's like, "Why are you taking a picture with this person? And who is this? Who's the statue of?"
Yeah.
Because I just
And she'd always be like blowing kisses at the statue.
it would be.
So, guys, hey, welcome, and we're so glad you're with us. This is week 5, and I am here with the founder of the Wisdom Well. She got the plan. She is the one. She is our CEO. She is the opening keynote for the Goals Purpose Intensive workshop coming up here. So I want to remind you real quick before we jump in with Kish, what we do here at the Wisdom Well. We're here to elevate your perspective. We're here to energize you in meaningful relationships. Engage in meaningful relationships and energize your life with purpose to help you evolve into the woman you were meant to be. Now, Kisha has 25 years plus executive leadership and John Maxwell training. She teaches what it takes to lead yourself well so you can lead others well. Under her mentorship, many businesses have been launched, promotions given, personal goals achieved, and lives prioritized. I have personally seen her build multiple new teams and lead them to a high level of success. Kisha is a former athlete, the founder and CEO of the Wisdom Well, a John Maxwell certified speaker. She is a wonderful wife and a terrific mom. Can we welcome Kisha Gaines here, please?
Wow, that's quite an introduction.
Well, you know.
You know me well.
A little bit, just a little bit.
You should tell them something they don't know about me.
She has stains on a lot of her clothes.
I do! I totally do. He does a stain check before I go anywhere important.
That is
it's usually coffee.
Yeah, she drinks a lot of coffee, a lot of coffee stains. Yeah. But, you know, we get them out, so it's all good. So, Kisha, we're gonna jump in here, and I want to know, if you had a choice between two superpowers, being invisible or flying, which one would you choose?
I'm gonna go with flying.
Okay.
Cause you know me, I like to do like a lot of stuff. Like my hands are in a lot of things, and I think I could do even more. Like remember that one time I took a 5-hour energy on New Year's Eve.
Yep.
Remember how I didn't sleep for 24 hours, but I got so much done. Like it was amazing. So if it could be like that all the time, that I could just speed around and I could do the traveling, right?
Yep.
So I think I would go with the flying. And it looks good too, like invisible. I mean that's cool too. Don't get me wrong if you choose that, but like, how cool is it to fly?
Yeah. Okay. I'm feeling that a little bit. So tell us a little about yourself, Kisha. What's your passion? What's your family like? And tell us about the Wisdom Well itself.
Well, I am married to the most wonderful man. Long time.
Hilarious.
You will not guess, but we've been together almost 30 years. So we were babies when we met, right out of college. So that's probably the biggest part of me. Been together longer than we've been apart.
That's true.
Together we have 3 wonderful kids. One's flying in right now because he's coming to help us at the conference. The other one's doing homework and the other one's going to bed. So we've been blessed with 3 boys. Like you said, I've been an executive leader for over 25 years. And it's been a joy, and I have been a lifelong learner. It's actually, if anybody could pay me to do anything, it would be to learn. So I just love to read books and listen to podcasts and go to conferences and just really hear different perspectives. Mm-hmm. I'm really, really passionate about leadership, about good personal leadership and personal self-leadership. But also leading others. So that's probably a book. If there's a book about that, I'm going to probably read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So tell us about the Wisdom Well.
You gave us a really good introduction. But the Wisdom Well was born really out of something I needed myself. About 10 years ago, I started this journey of self-discovery. So what had happened, I'd been in executive leadership for a while, and I'd really done the things I thought you had to do to be successful, right? Got the executive job, we bought a house in the suburbs, we bought a foreign car, I got the handbags, and I was like, okay, I'm like 35 now, what? And I felt like there's got to be more to life than this. And there were things inside of me that my job didn't need, that you didn't need, that my kids didn't need. Mm-hmm. You didn't need me to lead you. You're leading yourself well. So I really just kind of went on a journey. And I started to learn more about leadership and more about myself. And I just became invigorated by teaching and coaching other women to go after their passions. And in the way of going through learning and teaching others about their passions, I just kept taking steps. And the next thing you know, I'm in mine. So that's how the Wisdom Well was born. Okay. Basically, it was just born out of a need I had too. When I was on that path, I had a struggle finding a mentor. Really, a mentor that was in executive leadership, a woman with really high integrity. I found some women in leadership, and I found a lot of women who gave inspirational talks and TED Talks and those kinds of things, but not a lot of mentorship. And so that's where the Wisdom Well really came from too, is I saw that this woman didn't have a lot of options for mentorship because she's already high up in their organization. So she's mentoring a lot of other people, but she's not really getting mentored. Okay. Wonderful. Hey, so with the Wisdom Well, you'll hear a term a lot, and that term is, I'm going to say it wrong, but it's collaborate. Collaborative.
So what is that?
What's a collaborative? So we call all the women in the Wisdom Well a collaborator. And the reason for that is a lot of them in their own right are already super successful. They have their own businesses, they have their own professions, they're doing well in their own rights. And so we're actually just getting together and using our gifts and our talents together because we're different. So it was very intentional the way that people were chosen. You'll find when you come to the workshop and you talk to us and you hear us, we have extraordinarily different perspectives. We don't just look different, but we have different perspectives. We have different professions. We come from different backgrounds. We have different family types. I mean, we're different political parties. And I mean, everything you could think about. We have a very diverse perspective. And that was very intentional with the collaborators because we wanted you to get a well-rounded experience and a well-rounded thought process when we were giving you information. We didn't want it to be single-sided, like you were just following in line. We wanted you to hear different kinds of things from different kinds of people. And so these collaborators, now you got me saying them, these collaborators are all these women that just came together, and we're going to come together for this one purpose. You may see them doing their own thing. Like you see Angie has her own business and Joni has her own business. But we'll all come together and we'll do things together. We'll support one another in that as well.
Okay. That's awesome. So why did you feel there was a need to have this intensive workshop that's coming up for the ladies here?
Oh, man. So I think one of the biggest things that helped me actually get to the Wisdom Well was goals.
Okay.
And a strategy. And a plan. So actually one of our collaborators, Joni, Coach Joni Bach, coached our family.
She did.
She's actually done, she still does. She's actually done workshops with us and our family almost every single year for the past few years. And she's helped us identify what are our goals for the year. What is it that we're looking forward to do with our lives in the next year? And really narrow it down to like 5 big things. And I think she talked about it on hers, as she talked about you have your 5 big things, you think about 3, and you do 1. And that really helped all of us kind of move toward goals.
Okay.
And that's how we kind of got to the Wisdom Well. Last year, I should say, if I go back a little bit, 2020, I think was hard for everybody. We're just going to collectively say that was a tough year. But then coming out of 2020, I went into 2021 going, I need to heal from this. I'm not going to stay here. I'm not going to be stuck. And so I went on a healing journey. That was one of my goals. And then so that was able to help me to go into 2022 with this reinvigorated focus of mentoring and supporting women who were looking to do their goals and their strategies and their purpose as well.
Okay. Wow, that's wonderful. Okay. So set the table for everybody watching here tonight, and for those who will watch this a little later. What can the ladies expect at the intensive this week? 1, and why is it an intensive workshop versus a conference?
All right, I'm gonna answer the second part first.
Okay.
So it's an intensive workshop because you're gonna do some work. Okay. I love conferences. Like I said, I'm a conference junkie. But one of the things I struggled with is when you left a conference, you often left like on a high, like, wow, that was great, fired up, but you had no plan. So you went through your notes and you look at the quotes and all those kinds of things. You had all these really great things that you learned, but you had no plan. The difference with this workshop is you're going to come out, that's at least what we hope, is that you're going to come out with some strategies and some plans that you can move forward into 2023 with. And then we're going to have some little secrets at the end too of hopefully of how we can help you establish those plans into your life. Okay. But I forgot, what was question 1?
Question 1 was, tell them what they can expect a little bit. Without, don't give everything away. Okay. Because they've got some really, I've seen it, and it's some really great stuff they've got here for you. When you walked in, you are totally going to love this. But
yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's absolutely going to be a wonderful experience. So one of the biggest things that you can expect is a caring atmosphere. It is professional, but it's for women, so it's going to be beautiful. We want you to feel special, but we also want you to come with a little bit of vulnerability on. So we're not going to actually have names on everyone's name tag. I should say we have names, but not everybody's title on their name tags, because you don't have to walk into this as your title. You're going to walk in as yourself. because the goal here is how do you better yourself. You're not here to become or lead your team or anything. You're coming here for yourself. How do I improve me? That's one of the big things you can expect. You're going to walk away with a binder full of takeaways. So it's not going to be, again, just, a few notes you scratched on a pad. You're going to have, I think the binder is 60-something pages. It's actually very, very detailed. Don't be overwhelmed. It's very pretty as well. But you're going to walk away with actual things in your hand that you can go home with and continue to work on and to continue to review and use all year long.
Nice.
So, and then we talked about, too, those diverse perspectives. So we actually have 4 different speakers that are going to speak in that one day. And is it 4 or 5? 5.
With her.
5.
She's not counting herself.
I forgot to count me. So, that's why I have you.
So, that is hilarious. Kish, so tell us, we can still, there are a few tickets still left. If ladies want to purchase a ticket, why should they purchase a ticket and come?
The only bad thing is the first 50 are gone. So the first 50 were the people who got the special gift. And it's really cool. It came in. But we still do have a few spots left. So if you want to still register, you can still register. If you go to thewisdomwell.live /events, you can still register. But yeah, we will make a space for you.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell the wonderful ladies here tonight?
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, thanks for watching. But also, if you have any questions, you can contact us at The Wisdom Well, either here on IG or on our website. But if you haven't seen us on the website, take a look at it. And we've got some real exciting things coming even after the conference. So stay tuned.
Okie doke.
All right.
Ladies, thanks for joining us tonight. We cannot wait to see you this Friday. We'll be at, again, the Steam Fitters in Harmony. Doors will open at 8:15. 8:15 registration starts. We'll get you in. So
the event starts at 9.
The event starts at 9, but doors open at 8:15, and we cannot wait to see you there. We have lots of wonderful stuff. As she just said, we have lots of wonderful stuff planned. So come on out and see us. This is our first annual.
Oh, you just made it annual.
I am. It is annual now. So yeah. So hey, we can't wait to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you. So we'll see you at the conference. We're going to do a couple of these live right from the intensive workshop. I apologize. We're going to have them. We'll come right to you, and we'll have Angie, and we'll have Kisha, Kelly, Shannon, and Joni. We'll catch them when they come off the stage and get a little review of what they did. So, all right. Thanks everybody.
Have a good night.